I thought I'd make a video about exercising PCOS because I made two-part video about weight loss and PCOS. And for most people, it's about 80-20 diet and exercise. For me, it's more like 50-50. They're both about equally important. And with not being able to exercise as much, I really looked back into it. I'll talk about how exercise helps PCOS and the forms of exercise that help the best and how it fit into my life, and maybe can yours. It helps with the excess insulin, which is what insulin resistance is. Your body produces more than you're able to. Your body's able to get rid of or handle to keep your blood sugar levels stable. You also have excess testosterone. Can't say that word very well. I've found that I was able to do a lot of cardio exercise before my back gave out, but before I had back problems, like brisk walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming. And how I did it was I started out 5 to 10 minutes, 3 to 4 times a day. And then I gradually worked my way up. And I kept the amount of times I did it per day, because that fit into my life better. And it helped keep my insulin resistance more stable. Doing 30 minutes or more a day, they actually prefer 45 to 60 minutes, can help with keeping your insulin resistance better, and also you're burning calories, and also you'll lose weight because of both of those factors. And I've actually read studies that it's better to walk after meals, which is what I did. And that's if you're insulin resistant. Strength training also helped me. It helps you gain muscle. I think I've read places that it helps with the testosterone. I know that it helps with the insulin resistance for sure. I did do a little bit of high intensity interval training, HIIT training if you will. That's where you walk at a slow to moderate pace for a minute or two, and then you go as fast as you can, balls to the walls, as they say, for like 20 to 30 seconds. And then you back off some. And then you go for it again. Core strength, I don't work on that very much, never have. But especially the strength training, which I need to get back into when I'm allowed to, and the cardio training really helped me a lot. It helped me lose weight. It helped me keep it off, especially keep it off. In my opinion, it's more important for the keeping it off than the losing it. It will help lose it, yes, absolutely. But when you are skinnier, you've lost however many pounds you've lost, it gets harder. And that's when exercise becomes more important, because now you're burning more calories than you're taking in, because it'll be harder because your metabolism will slow down. It'll get used to a diet. That's another reason why I took breaks during my diet, meaning I didn't lose weight, but I didn't gain weight. And, it really helped me. Now, the thing about weight loss is, even if it works for 98% of people, you might be that 2%. So you got to find what works for you. And Like some people never eat sweets ever again. Well, that's not going to work for me. But I allow myself small amounts of treats. Um, and I allow even less now that I hurt my back, but I'm starting to lose weight again. And, it took me 4 months to lose 10 pounds. But hey, I was gaining. Now I'm losing. So, and it's a legitimate issue that they're treating, which is also why I'm able to do a little bit more again. And I will take responsibility for it. Carrying all this extra weight since I was 8 or 9 years old did not help my back. And some of it's hereditary, and some of it I was just born with. It was congenital. But yes, I did play a role. But it can really help with exercise and losing weight, especially if you at least if you have insulin resistance of any type. And it can and PCOS it can cause high blood cholesterol, which I'm already genetically predisposed to, high blood pressure again, sleep apnea, all kinds of things. Exercise is very important if you have PCOS, even more so than the general population. It regulates your hormones somehow. I'm not a scientist. I don't know exactly how, but they do. It does. Especially insulin and some of the other things that are out of whack seem to be more level when I was able to exercise more. Now, I'm sure some of that was from the BMI reduction, and some of that was from exercise itself. Because even with the BMI reduction, before I started exercising, it didn't have as big of a reduction as when I added exercise to it. Because the first 40 pounds I lost like that. Like I said before, because I gave up sodas. So for, and then within a couple months my back hurt less and I was able to walk more, which is another thing. I'm hoping with the procedures and the weight loss, I'll be able to lose more weight again and keep it off. Because I kept it off for years, literally, for years. In fact, I had lost 80 pounds by 2017 when that accident happened. And thank God I lost it and was in better health, because I very well may have died. Because I almost died anyway. I'll tell that story sometime if y'all are interested. Maybe some of my life story at some point. I'll keep this under 10 minutes. Hopefully y'all found some use in this. But yeah, start out 5 to 10 minutes a day, but do it daily. And do it and work up to 2 or 3 times a day, and 10 to 15 minutes. That's if you're just starting out. I also have COPD, so for me, it was a harder deal, and I still can't go as long as most people can without starting to cough or losing my breath. And I was predisposed to it from birth because I was born with lung issues. I was a janitor for a long time, so I was exposed to different cleaning chemicals and stuff without a mask. At the time, they didn't know, so can't really blame them. I was around smoking and stuff. I was born in the late 70s. They didn't know the stuff they know now, you know. So, when my mom quit smoking after she found out how bad it was for you and how bad it was, the secondhand smoke was for me and one of my brothers who has asthma, who was also born with lung issues that I won't get into. But you just have to make it work for your life. You either have to change your life to fit it or change it to fit your life and just make it work somehow. And as you keep trying, that's the secret. Keep trying. Just keep trying. That's how a lot of my friends quit smoking. Some people tried cold turkey and it didn't work for them. So they smoked, instead of 20 cigarettes a day, they smoked 15 or 16 a day. Doesn't sound like a big difference, but do that for a week or two. And then all of a sudden you're down to 12. And before you know it, within 6 months or a year, depending on how slow you go and how many packs you were smoking to start with. In fact, one of my friends has been doing this for a couple of years. She was smoking 2 or 3 packs a day, though, minimum. And now, it takes her months to smoke through a carton. And her plan is eventually to quit. But she smokes 4 or 5 cigarettes a day now, on average. And I know people that's quit cold turkey. So, because if you're trying to go from 20 to 15 and it never works because you always go back to 20, maybe cold turkey is for you. Maybe you try patches. Maybe you try something else. But you just got to find what works for you. And with that said, I'm going to say please comment on any constructive criticism, any ideas for new videos, anything. And with that, I'm going to say bye.